in beautiful California. Um, I had a live stream up earlier on my lunch, just reacting because I didn't watch the Chelsea game this at 12 o'clock out here in the United States on the West Coast. I didn't watch it. I was at work, and honestly, usually I watch the games at work. I'll have it on the line and I'll be watching it and stuff. But today I made a decision to not partake in watching it. This is the first time in about 15 years that I have missed a Chelsea game because I've had enough. I sat through the 22-23 season where we finished 12th, and it was an absolute shit show of a performance all season long. From the top down, it was just a horrific scene that we saw here in 22-23. Today we witnessed the massacre of Chelsea Football Club. And I'm biting my lips a lot because there's a lot of stuff that I want to say here. And I went on live earlier. I ranted my raw emotion about what's going on here. I'm gonna try to be a bit more calm with this, and try to be a bit more presentable with myself here because I felt like I was a little out of pocket with how I was conducting myself. But at the same time, Chelsea fans have every justification to feel the way that they feel. The scenes after the game, where you see the traveling away support have a blue coat out banner, and you have Liam Rosenior walking up to the fans, holding his heart, trying to apologize for today's performance. This is, I believe now, you lose 3-0 to Brighton, you lose 3-0 to Everton, you lose 3-0 to PSG, and you lose 3-0 to Man City. Then you lose 1-0 to Newcastle, and you lose 1-0 to Manchester United. In those games, they have not scored now in 5 consecutive league games. And I'm trying to keep my cool here because I'm used to seeing Chelsea Football Club score goals, not have any shot attempts or any shots in the first half. The scenes after the game and the comments that Liam Rosenior was making in terms of, if you can't handle the criticism at this club, then you shouldn't be here. My man, you shouldn't be here in the first place. There is absolutely nothing that you are showing us that you can turn this team around. There's a shot of Joel Hato glancing at Liam Rosenior when he's doing this. Like, you're just an absolute fucking disgrace of a manager. And let me just say this before I go on. Liam Rosenior is just a puppet in this. We saw the shots of Begdad Eghbali during the game today. The guy was like this. He had no idea how to hide his face because you know good and damn well that your time is coming up. You know good and damn well that this is the end for you, and you need to walk away tonight. If you don't do it, the owners need to do it. And in doing that, you guys need to sell up at the same time. Leave this football club alone. Enough is enough. I'm an American man here, right? I'm an American. There's a lot of preconceived notions that Americans don't know anything about soccer, football, right? Let me tell you something. As a guy that has been around the sport for literally his entire life, and has been a supporter and a fan of this team for, what is it now? I became a fan of this team in 2003. It's 2026. I've been a fan of this club for 23 years. Essentially, over 60 to 75% of my life, I've been a fan of this club. And this is the worst that I've ever seen them. Now, they got relegated in the 80s. I understand that. But this is the worst I've ever seen this team in my lifetime. You've had seasons where they finished 6th, they finished 10th, they finished 12th 3 years ago. But this is the worst that this club has ever looked. And again, I appreciate people chiming in. If they're coming in and out, I appreciate the interaction. That's all that matters to me right now. I need my thoughts to be heard here. If there's Chelsea fans watching, if there's football fans watching, if there's anybody that I know that is watching, this is what I will say here. When you have tyrants coming into your place of business and they're trying to change shit, and nobody is rocking with what they're trying to push down their throats, you don't think the entire You don't think the entire building, all the employees are gonna go on strike? They know when enough is enough. And this is enough. I've had enough of it. Chelsea fans have had enough, man. And I'm getting to the point here where I'm not watching another game the rest of this season. I don't care if they're playing Leeds in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. I don't care if I'm off that day. I don't care if I have to go do something later in the day that's going to be very special to me. I'm not watching another Chelsea Football Club match this season. I'm good. I'm done. I've checked out. And I'm probably one of the most passionate American fans that you'll find when it comes to this team. And if I'm saying that I've had enough and I feel embarrassed to put on a jersey that has that Chelsea crest on there right now, because this isn't Chelsea. This is CFC LDN. And like one of my favorite YouTubers says, Eunice, bro. Everybody knows who Eunice talks Chelsea is, football, whatever you want to say about him. He's absolutely right. This club is in the gutter. This club is absolutely fucked. It's a shit show. It's everything that it's whatever adjective you want to put on this club. It is an absolute embarrassment. And like, I'm encouraging people watching, right? It's like, could you tell me if I'm overreacting, if I'm over here being too emotional? I would love to know, right? It's just one of the things that, there's times where I overreact to things. I'm a little too emotional and shit. But at the same time, when it comes to stuff I love, I'm always going to fight for the shit I love. And I'm going to put my opinions out there on how I feel about shit. It's just how I am. And unfortunately, being a fan of this club for as long as I've been, I've never seen it this bad. I've never seen it this bad, man. And it sucks. I don't know how to really react. I don't know how to really feel anymore because this club has numbed me to the point where I just don't care about watching the sport anymore. What's going on, man? How you doing? Just over here talking about the state of affairs at this shambolic state of this football club right now, man. Absolutely crazy. I'm in my car right now. I just wanted to get some time away from where I'm at right now. I just need some space and all that shit. But, I would never, like, switch up my allegiances in terms of what club I support because this club is in my blood. It's my heart and soul at the end of the day. And it does do things to me mentally when this team isn't playing well. It does do things to me because a lot of people do rely on Chelsea football on the weekends to really just get them through a lot of the tough times because they can use that time to escape from reality for a little bit and just watch the shit that they love the most. And it's currently raining out here on the West Coast in California, and it's just sad. The Angels are crying, and I'll be surprised if it's not raining in West London right now with the state of affairs. Just a giant black cloud is over Stamford Bridge right now. Like when you watch a Chelsea home game, there's so much doom and gloom. You can see it. If you're not even at the game, if you're watching it on TV, you can see the atmosphere has been stripped. It's been gutted. Shit sucks, man. Shit absolutely sucks out here. But us as a fan base have to really unite and really try to get shit together. Because at the end of the day, if we keep pushing the message about Blue Co out and everything, then we'll more than likely get these guys out because the pressure is mounting on them more and more by the day. Like Lord help us. We're going to be in a relegation scrap next season, man. The only reason why we're not there now is because we had a good start to the season. Like, that's really it. And, like, I hate that I got to sit away from where I'm at right now to really get these feelings out. It sucks. Because I know a lot of people tune into my streams when I actually get on stream and I talk about the other stuff that's going on around the world of football and shit, bro. And it's like, when your main club that you support is in the shambles, it makes you not even really want to watch the sport anymore. And I played the sport for over 20 years. I didn't know Chelsea existed before 2003. My dad was the one that introduced me to the Premier League, right? It's it's crazy. I'm gonna put a question up here, and I just want to see if people actually interact with it. This question I'm asking, I'm gonna put this up here. Should Lee Senior walk away tonight? I just want to see if people actually interact with this question here. I think he should walk tonight. Do yourself some good and some service for yourself and just walk away, bro. Because you're not capable of taking this club forward, for one, and two, these owners are using you, bro. You're being pushed around, bitched around, all that stuff by an ownership group that can care less about who they bring in. They just want a yes man. So I think Liam Rosenior should absolutely walk away tonight. And he needs to figure it out. These owners really need to figure it out. But unfortunately for Liam Rosenior, he's going to find it very difficult to find a job in a top 5 league with how that he's been as the coach of this team. Like I've said before, Enzo Maresca's worst loss as Chelsea manager was 3-0 to Brighton. Liam Rosenior has found a way to lose 3-0 in 4 or 5 games in the past month. Enzo Maresca would never. Never. Thomas Tuchel would never. Thomas Tuchel's worst loss, I think, was 5-2 to West Brom at the Bridge. Or if you really want to take it further, you can say the game against Leeds at Ellen Road was, I think, in my opinion, the final nail in the coffin for him. That was his worst loss as Chelsea manager. I don't really remember Pochettino's worst as Chelsea manager, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't 3 or 4-0 or 5-0. If it was, I would love to be told, because there's a lot of results I remember and there's a lot of results that I don't remember because of the amount of football games I watch when it comes to this club. There's people that I know that are fans of Liverpool, fans of Arsenal, fans of teams that have a little bit more ambition than us. And one of my best friends is a Liverpool fan, and he was telling me that you don't understand how bad we are. It's like, honestly, man, Liverpool are just having a bad season. We've been shit for 4 years. You guys won the Premier League last season convincingly. Chelsea were nowhere near that last year, and they haven't been in a title race realistically since they last won the league. We're going on 10 years of not lifting that Premier League trophy, bro. At what point is the ambition going to switch from bringing in young players to just try to get Champions League to actually pushing on to go win the Premier League? It's not going to happen anytime soon. As long as these owners are here, we're going to be a mid-table mediocrity and possibly facing relegation next season. 22-23, we were only 9 points above the drop zone, or I think 10 points above the drop zone. A couple more results didn't go our way that season, we would have been probably in a relegation battle and more than likely would have got relegated. If this team were to get relegated, right, they would go into administration within the next 3 years. Because Chelsea wouldn't come back up right away. Players are going to leave. Like at Tottenham, right? People want to say that if Tottenham get relegated, they're going to come back up right away. They're not going to come back up right away. Why? Players are going to bounce. Roberto De Zerbi, in my opinion, you can sign him to a 6-year contract. If they get relegated, Roberto De Zerbi is not going to be the manager next season. I could almost bet my house on that. Why would he want to coach in the championship? He's good enough to be in Europe's top 5 leagues. He was just in the French league with Marseille, and Marseille fans had an issue with him leaving. But Marseille fans out in France, what are you talking about? Let's go Stars. Are you talking about the Dallas Stars? Like in hockey? I'm talking about soccer, bro. I mean, I'm not really well versed in hockey, but I appreciate you chiming in, man. Let's go Stars. I mean, who you guys playing in the playoffs right now? But to get back to that, like Tottenham, man, I mean, they're not going to come back up right away. Yeah, bro, I talk about soccer. This is a soccer channel. I'm American, but I play soccer for over 25 years, bro. So, I mean, I understand if you're not going to be here. Cool. Peace out, bro. Not really worried about it. Anyway, Tottenham, in a sense. Minnesota? Oh, what, the Wild? I'll be honest, bro. Like, I'm out here on the West Coast in San Jose. Or not in San Jose. I'm in the Bay Area. So, the Sharks would be our team out here. And I really haven't been paying attention to the Sharks. The last time I paid attention to the Sharks is when they made the Stanley Cup final. I think it was, what, 2015? Are you saying no to Liam Rosina walking out? Why should... So, who is this? Anna Serrano. Why do you think that Liam Rosina shouldn't walk away right now? If he has respect for himself, he's going to walk. Watch hockey. It's better than soccer. Chelsea is finished. I agree, bro. Chelsea is finished. And I'm a Chelsea fan. A very passionate one. Watch hockey. It's better than soccer. Honestly, bro, like, I'm not the biggest fan of hockey, but what I do enjoy about it is the fights. I will tell you that. And, like, I'm aware of a few of the players in the league, you know, but it's just not my sport. We're back in purgatory, bro. We've been in purgatory for 4 years. You feel me? Like, we've been in purgatory, man, for about 4 years. Like, do you think that he should walk away? I think he needs to walk tonight. I think he needs to put in his resignation tonight. But hockey, man, I mean, it's an interesting sport. I know Maresca helped us out. The motherfucker. Yeah, bro. Enzo, like, I'm one of the biggest Enzo Maresca defenders here. That this team had the identity and was believing in how he played. Was it always fun to watch? No. But at the end of the day, soccer equals flops. I mean, bro, if you're gonna sit here and talk about that, I mean, I don't mind you staying in the chat and saying all this shit. Respect, bro. I gave you a follow. I mean, yeah, man, I appreciate that. I mean, people who want to come in here and say soccer players are flops, I mean, it's the most demanding sport you can play. Can a hockey player go out there for 90 minutes and go on the pitch? Probably not. Probably not. I'm just saying, man. If you want to come in here and say soccer players are flops, what I'll let you know is that can a hockey player go out there and go run around a pitch for 90 minutes? I'm pretty sure if you were to take a soccer player and you gave him a chance to actually try to figure this shit out, he would figure it out faster than a hockey player can figure out how to play the sport of soccer and actually stay in conditioning. I'm not saying hockey players aren't athletes. I'm just saying I can defend a soccer player because I've heard the conversation about basketball players and football players jumping into soccer and they can't do it. A lot of those players are what, 6'2", 6'3"? LeBron James is a perfect example. I'll get to your question in a second. LeBron James is a perfect example, bro. You're going to say that LeBron James, somebody who's 6'8", 250, he can go run around a soccer field for 90 minutes? Hockey, you have to skate the whole time. I mean, I understand that. You're moving your legs, you're doing all that. LeBron, I mean, bro, I'm not a LeBron James fan. I'm just saying that because I saw a video about that and people were saying, comparing Cristiano Ronaldo and LeBron James. And they're saying that LeBron James can go into soccer and go do what he does. Cristiano Ronaldo is 6'2", about 220, and he can go be a point guard in the NBA. He can go be a wide receiver, a slot wide receiver. He can go do that. Hockey players, the one thing I will say about hockey players is this. They do have the toughness in them to actually take the contact that you do get in soccer. But I'm going to park the hockey conversation here. Yeah, hockey has mad pauses. That's what I'm saying. Like, the amount of commercials that American sports and Canadian sports have, to be honest with you, is outrageous, bro. You can watch a 45-minute half with no interruptions, and if you actually understand the sport, you will find it entertaining. But Michael23, I'm going to respond to your stuff here. Respect, bro. Gave you the team is dead. Maresca gave us top 4 and trophies. First coach under this regime. You think Liam gets a sack or they'll wait till the summer? So to answer the first part, wait for the World Cup, bro. Okay, I'm going to just say this. The World Cup commercials are going to be at halftime and before the game.
Have you ever watched a soccer game in your life? Probably not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave your comments there, bro, because I just feel like you're a rage baiter, and that's fine. I don't really care about that. But when it says you think Liam gets a sack or they'll change in the summer, I think for him he needs to walk away. Avoid getting sacked. Now you won't get paid, but if you have respect for yourself and you're not gonna sit here and just get bitched around anymore, walk away, bro. Walk away. That's all I can really say. Is you need to walk now before it gets worse for you, and then you don't have any jobs to really turn to in Europe. You're gonna have to come to like the MLS and try to implement your shit here, and that's not gonna work out, bro. But let me see. Facts. I mean, I'm just speaking the truth, bro. That's what I do on this channel. I'm speaking the truth. I don't have anything against hockey players, but when people come into my streams and they want to start talking shit about soccer players and shit, and about how soccer isn't a real sport or they're flops, it's actually crazy to me that you can say that when you have a sport where men are riding around on skates. I'm just saying, bro. Like, yeah, soccer players wear shorts and all that shit, but you got men riding around on skates. I don't know, bro. I don't know. There's just people that come into streams, there's people that put like stupid comments in there, and then when I get too real with what's going on, they end up leaving the stream because they can't take what's going on. I don't even care if you're still in here, Carnage. It doesn't really matter to me. At the end of the day, I appreciate your views. I appreciate that you jumped in and you dropped some comments. It helps my channel out. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Honestly. So, getting back to an actual real sport here, the entire fan base as a whole will, at some point, and I think it's going to happen, they're going to get onto the pitch and start storming the pitch, in my opinion. I mean, for people that are watching, there was a huge riot that happened here in the United States in DC at the start of 2021 and shit, where people invaded the White House, the Oval Office, all that shit, right? I think it's getting to the point with Chelsea fans where they're gonna start getting into the infrastructure of the club, because this is how serious it is now. This is how dire it is, bro. It really, really is. But again, this team is a mess. This team is a shambles. This team has no direction. And yeah, man, like, it is what it is. This is what we're dealing with, and like, this is what happens when the enabling of these owners just continues to happen. Nothing serious about soccer. I mean, is there anything serious about hockey, bro? You understand it's the most watched sport in the world. Like, hockey, running around kicking each other. Yeah, man. I mean, when people get into an issue in hockey, all they do is fight. But every time I watch a hockey game, I'm not interested, bro. I'm just not interested. Not in America, though. I mean, sure, not in America, but it's the world sport. There are Americans that actually love soccer, bro, and football. So, I mean, again, bro, I mean, I appreciate your interaction. It helps my channel out. So, keep on sending these comments, bro. I mean, I'm going to respond to them as real as I can. Yeah, man, I mean, but like, can I ask you, Carnage, what is it about soccer that you dislike so much? Right? Like, what is it specifically about the sport that you dislike so much? Because honestly, I don't dislike hockey. I just don't watch it. That's why our country is so great. I mean, America's not great right now, bro. like like I understand where you're from, but America's not great right now. We don't care about the rest of the world, yeah, and that's why every single nation hates us. Yeah. Every single nation can't stand us because there's some Americans out there there's some Americans out there that just have the mentality that you have, right? It's great for me. I mean, yeah. I mean, you like your sports, bro. I'm not even hating on the sports you like. All I'm saying is, like, you're over here talking shit about soccer, but you probably never watched a soccer game in your life. At least I've watched hockey, and I've actually put in the effort to watch it. I don't think you've ever really watched a full game before, have you? Fuck those countries. I mean, listen, bro. I mean, this isn't a politics channel, and if we continue to have these interactions, bro, I'm gonna actually ask you to leave. And if you can't leave, you will be blocked. As simple as that. Because this isn't a politics channel, bro. Like, honestly. And I don't care if you're talking about hockey, politics, whatever. Like, I'm not here to talk about what's going on in the United States and Iran and all that shit, bro. No. I know I brought up politics, but you're over here saying that this country is so great. I'm saying that it's not because I understand what's going on around the world. So, again, if we're going to sit here and continue to do all this, then we're going to go ahead and do this. And we're out of here. See you later, bro. You can't learn to actually keep your shit under control, then you're going to get out of here. I'm sorry. Fed up with all of it, too. What's up, Heward? How you doing, man? How are we feeling about the game today? How are you feeling about this ownership? Let me know what's going on. Anybody watching, like, just let me know your guys' thoughts about what's going on. You got people coming in here talking about America's so great. It's like, really, bro? Like, are we paying attention to what's going on around the world right now? I mean, I'll be honest, Heward. We're all fed up with it, man. We really are. We really, really are. Like, I'm doing my best to keep my cool when it comes to talking about Chelsea, period. Like, it's not a pretty sight. So, you went ahead and made another account or your backup account just to do this, bro. Honestly, man, we're going to have to get you out of here. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm not dealing with the ridiculousness. You're making random accounts and coming into my stream and doing that. That's crazy, bro. Like, you're coming in here being disrespectful in my stream and you don't expect the stream, like the actual person that's hosting the stream, to call you out on your shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Nobody's got time for this shit out here. I have positive vibes, bro. I'm not trying to bring negative vibes into this community, into this chat, into this stream, nothing, bro. Because realistically, if you want to keep it a buck, man, I'm actually not really feeling it. I'm really not feeling it mentally or personally right now. So honestly, don't fuck with me right now. I'm just trying to keep it to sports and sports only, specifically soccer or football. All sensitive over soccer. It looks like you're making like more accounts, bro. We got all the time in the world. I know, bro. You keep on making these accounts and you're over here not having a life, right? It's crazy. Like, you're over here getting on people's streams and putting in nonsense. So, again, Jesus is king. I'm guessing your name is Jesus. Jesus. Yeah, you need Jesus, bro. And then if you keep coming into my stream and you keep on making accounts and stuff because you're bored, we'll have you reported, bro. It's not about me being sensitive over soccer. It's about you coming in here and being ignorant. That's what it is. I can respect hockey, bro. But you're over here being ignorant. You've never watched a game in your life. I'm sorry. Like, you never watched a game in your life, bro. I'm talking about football, and a hockey guy comes in here talking shit about my stream and about how I talk about soccer. It's nuts, bro. Reported. Oh, man. We keep on making these accounts, bro. Like, do you have anything better than to make accounts and keep on coming in the people's streams? It's kind of nuts, bro. I must be living rent-free in your head to the point where you have to continue coming into the stream. It's nuts. So, keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm here for it. We can go all day with this. Not really worried about it. So keep on making your fake accounts. Keep on doing that. I'll be ready and willing, ready to knock this shit out. No problem. So, I'm waiting for your next comment, bro. Been live for about 30 minutes. Have a lot of people come in and out. You know, good interaction with people. People want to stay here and get sensitive over talking about why hockey isn't better than soccer, then it is what it is, bro. The ignorance is a bliss.
Meanwhile, anybody watching the NBA playoffs, because people want to talk about American sports here, so I got you. Anybody watching the NBA playoffs, who do you guys have winning the NBA finals, man? And since a hockey guy wants to come in here, who do you have winning the Stanley Cup, bro? Since all you want to talk about is hockey. So who do you got winning the Stanley Cup, bro? You must be a Stars fan. Do you think the Stars are going to win it? When was the last time the Stars won the Stanley Cup, man? Because I don't pay attention to hockey. So I don't know. Now all of a sudden he's nowhere to be found. He must have ran out of accounts to make. Interesting. This is the kind of stuff that I'm going to be dealing with if I'm on the YouTube, right? This is the kind of shit that we're dealing with here, man. Shit's crazy, man. Get rid of this shit right here. Get rid of you. Oh, man. I think other shit probably went on around the world of sports today. I just want to know, like, should I expand this channel into doing just more sports, or should I just keep it strictly to, like, soccer and stuff? Like, I feel like I could talk about other sports, really. I mean, it's been on my mind the past few days about what I should do with this channel, if it's going to be soccer or if it's going to be more sports related. And at first I was doing more, my first video uploaded to the channel when it came to actually doing this was about Shedeur Sanders and whether or not he should be the starter for the Cleveland Browns going forward. And that was one of my first videos I did on this channel. And then I pivoted to doing soccer and stuff because it's what I love the most out of any sport, right? But I can also talk about baseball. I can talk about basketball. I can talk about the NFL, right? I can do all that. But realistically, I want to talk about the shit I love the most rather than talking about a wide range of sports, because I don't want my shit to go into different algorithms. I want my algorithm to be strictly soccer. But if I can talk about other sports, I would love to be asked questions about it, on how I feel about who's going to win the World Series, who I think the best team in baseball is, who I think the best team in the NBA is, the NFL. And if people really want to talk about hockey, maybe I can get more well versed in the hockey. But is it a sport I really want to get into? No, because I've never had a passion to understand why people love hockey so much. I've never really cared. Like, when you're actively going on people's streams and saying fuck these countries and shit, like, this is the problem that a lot of, like, people have with Americans, bro. It's the ignorance. It's the arrogance too, really. Like like we're big chilling right now, bro. We're big chilling on stream. Don't really care how long I'm gonna be live for. I mean, my phone's at 12%, but I'll probably go till I have like 3 or 4%, and then I'll finally go upstairs and go iron out my night and shit and go see what's going on. But at the end of the day, bro, a lot of people, whether you're on this YouTube thing, whether you're on social media, are gonna try to rage bait you, are gonna try to do whatever they can. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, the fact that I gotta time people out in these streams are nuts, dude. Like, I shouldn't have to, like, reach over to my phone and do any timeouts, bro. But it's like I'm having to do that because people want to act ignorant in this stream. It doesn't matter how I feel about you asking me how I feel about soccer and stuff. You're actively saying that these people are not athletes in a sense. When you got people that are on skates, like, if your justification, dude, is that hockey players are on skates, I don't think that's as demanding as a guy that's out there on the pitch for 90 minutes running up and down the pitch and having to control the ball with his feet. Wasn't your dad around? My dad actually passed away, bro. Like, my dad passed away and we're over here asking about if my dad was around. Yeah, that's what we call a field, bro. The pitch. That's what we call it. Maybe you should actually do some research on that before you come back into my stream on some bullshit. Like, I don't really care, dude. Like how vindictive do you want me to get? So let's go ahead and do this again. I just don't understand why you're making like numerous accounts, bro. Like, are you that bored? Honestly. Like, I'm not even disrespecting hockey in a sense, man. All I'm saying is that you're coming in here calling soccer players these things when you probably never watched a game and you don't understand the sport. At least I have an idea of how hockey is played and what the goal of the game is. No pun intended. Like, initially, bro, when you came in, you were cool. But it is what it is, man. You're gonna keep making these accounts. I ain't worried about it, man. It's a quick little button tap on my phone and you're gone. Not making, already made. You ain't special. I mean, I don't really care, bro. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Not making, already made. You ain't special. I mean, hey, man. I must be living rent free in your head this much to keep coming back into my stream. You're that pressed. I'm not even really pressed. I just find it funny that you're getting in here. It's hurting your algorithm. Go ahead. I don't really care about hurting my algorithm right now, bro. Like Keith Wife 304, so you're a hoe? Crazy, man. I wonder how many accounts this guy's gonna keep making. Honestly. You must have like 90 different emails, man. But yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna be real, I'll probably jump off this stream, go interact with the people that I live with, because I really haven't been home all day. It's been a really crazy few days and shit, but it's just you and me, bro. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's just you and me, and you're continuously coming into the stream making different accounts. Dental Touch. Man, bro. What's your next one about to be? I'm a bitch? Yeah, Blue Co out, bro. Exactly. Blue Co out. Yeah. So I'm not going to be seeing any of your messages, bro. Every single message you send isn't going to be seen on stream. So continue to type away, bro. Not really worried about it. But anyway, Amog Chasley 7169, Blue Co out. Yeah, bro. I agree. Blue Co out. Blue Co out. Get him out of here, man. What's your stance on Lemur Sr., bro? You win. Man, people are bored, bro. John Doe. PE teacher? I agree. He is a PE teacher. Has no right to be the manager of this club right now. Like he has no right to be here. And it's not his fault. You know, he was offered a better opportunity, and if you're offered to manage a Big Six club in the Premier League, you're gonna do that. But unfortunately for him, he's not cut out to be the manager. And I wish him the best, realistically, because we all know he's not going to be there next season. We all know that. And I wish him the best going forward. Like, you can't come back from this. No right to be there. You should be like a bigot. Bro, if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, then like don't comment on what I'm talking about. Period. It's just ridiculous, man.
Like these are the kind of people that hop into streams and got nothing better to do with themselves. It's nuts, bro. It's absolutely nuts. Like, where were you when I was doing all my streams last week, bro? You're coming in here all of a sudden now, so I'm just trying to figure out like where you're at, man. But the PE teacher, the blue co-out thing, bro, yeah, he needs to get out. And he probably just re-entered the stream. Gonna have some weird ass name saying I win, you can't get rid of me, this and that. This is my chat, little boy. So are you a racist bigot, bro? Attitude Era. So you much watch wrestling, right? Who's your favorite superstar from the Attitude Era? How old are you also, bro? I'm actually asking you because your name is Attitude Era. So who's your favorite Attitude Era superstar, bro? I can tell you mine. If you think that soccer's not a sport, we can talk about wrestling. Well, so who's your favorite Attitude Era superstar, bro? Is it the basic answers like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, The Undertaker, Kane? Who is it? Anyone that didn't play soccer. Wow. I mean, that's a great answer, bro. So you never watched the Attitude Era, right? I mean, I'll be honest, bro. If you don't like the soccer conversations, then why are you in this stream? Like, why are you even here, right? Like I'm not gonna time you out this time, bro. I'll let you say what you gotta say because you're not making yourself look too great in this. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, people say what they gotta say. We live in the country of free speech, so say whatever you gotta say, bro. I ain't really worried about it. Anyone that didn't play soccer is what it is, man.
That's why I stay. What does that even mean? Let me ask you a genuine question, bro. Honestly, because you seem like you want to interact so much, right? Can you explain to me why soccer players aren't athletes or why they're considered flops? Like an actual genuine answer. Like, could you actually give me that reasoning and maybe I'll listen to it? I mean, you're a top fan, bro. Number 2. There it is. You never said they weren't athletes, but you called them flops, right? So why are they flops? Why are they flops? I just want to know. Like, I actually want to know, like, hear your answer and actually like try to figure out like why you feel that way. But they do flop all the damn time. Okay, so are you gonna actually listen to what I have to say on that, or are we just gonna continue to be ignorant? So when you're playing on the pitch, soccer cleats, bro, are very light. So if you get stepped on, right, you're gonna feel that. It's almost like you're not wearing any cleats, right? Generally, these players are wearing metal studs, and you're gonna feel that. Let me ask you a question, right? If a hockey player were to step on somebody, I understand it's a blade, but it's still metal, right? You don't think it would hurt? Soccer isn't the same as when Ronaldinho played. Hey, listen, bro. I will say this, there hasn't really been a player like Ronaldinho that we've seen in terms of how he plays the game, right? There hasn't really been a player like that. So is Ronaldinho like your favorite soccer player of all time? If he is, that's a great option, bro.
honestly. And I'm not even going to knock you for it because he's one of my favorite players that I've ever seen. I think he's the most entertaining player I've ever seen. So, I mean, if you're saying that it's not the same as when he played, I mean, early in his career, the sport was completely different. Now, I think the problem that we have now, and like I could admit this as loving the sport, the problem now with soccer is that there's too much player power within the club, and a lot of the owners and the managers, a lot of players don't want to play in a tactical system anymore, bro. They just want to be individuals. And back then, you had players and you had teams. Soccer is soft as baby shit. Now, look, bro, I think a lot of the challenges that you do see, a lot of the players do make the absolute most of it. I'll be the first to tell you that. But there's some challenges that you do see that are ridiculous. I mean, I'll be honest, dude. If you want to go take a look at some clips of some crazy tackles, go look up Netherlands versus Portugal in 2006. A lot of those challenges weren't soft. In the World Cup 2006, it had the most yellow and red cards, I believe, in a World Cup game for a reason. It's not because players are flopping. It's because those challenges that were being put in were absolutely crazy. So, I mean, I encourage you, if you really want to go look, I don't want to keep timing you out, bro. Yeah, well, that's the same time that Ronaldinho played, your favorite player, at that World Cup. That was Ronaldinho's last World Cup, bro. What point am I proving here? If you want to go to some recent games, go look at the AFCON final, the African Cup of Nations final, 2026 in January. That's how recent that I can tell you about these crazy challenges. Go ahead and take a look. I'm only going 20 years later, and we're in the year 2026, bro. Go ahead and take a look at that African Cup of Nations final, and then you tell me about the challenges you see there. Look up Neymar. Look at the challenges that he had to deal with when he was playing at PSG. Look up Eden Hazard. Africa, nah, I'm good. Yeah, bro. See, this is part of the problem I have. What do you have an issue with Africa for? What's your issue with Africa? I want to know. Like, I'm asking you these questions because you're coming in here saying these things. Neymar is the biggest flop. Neymar, there's a lot of things that he did where he exaggerated it, but if you look at the challenges he was dealing with when he went to France and played with PSG, a lot of those challenges were crazy, bro. They were absolutely insane. And he's not just throwing himself to the ground. A lot of those challenges were right at his leg, right at his ankle. But Neymar does make the most of it. A lot of these players make the most of their challenges, but when there's an actual serious challenge that goes in and the player gets caught, I don't want to hear about it. Neymar didn't live up to the hype. He underperformed. He did underperform because he was supposed to bring a World Cup to Brazil in 2014, and they got absolutely decimated by Germany 7-1. And since then, I don't think he's ever recovered. His best chance to win anything was in 2020, and he lost the Champions League final to Bayern Munich, bro. But I think Neymar did underachieve in his career. I absolutely think he did. I agree with you on that.
Who's your NFL team down in Texas? Because it seems like when you first came in here, it seemed like you're from Texas, right? So, who's your NFL team? Are you a Cowboys fan, bro? Are you a Rangers or an Astros fan? Are you a Mavericks fan? Are you a Spurs fan? Europe is so boring. Messi and RC. I mean, at least get the name right, bro. CR7, yeah. I know what you mean, but you just flip the two words, like the two letters, and you got it right. But yeah, Messi and Ronaldo both left Europe. Messi's playing in Miami. Ronaldo's playing in Saudi Arabia. He's making like 280 million a year. I don't know how much Messi's making a year, bro. But they're both getting paid substantially well for where they're playing. If you know Saudi Arabia, bro, tax free, you get all your money straight up. Only trade off is there's no smoking or no alcohol. That's the real trade off, bro. And if I'm filthy rich, I don't think I need to drink or smoke. but I'm not filthy rich. Messi owns part of Miami. Yeah, I think he actually does own part of the club. I think that was part of the deal he had when he signed, was he wants part ownership. So, but I asked, who's your NFL team, bro? Are you a Cowboys fan or are you a Texans fan? If you're a Cowboys fan, do you believe in Dak Prescott? If you're a Texans fan, how far away do you guys think you are from winning a Super Bowl? Because the Cowboys are farther away from winning a Super Bowl than the Houston Texans. Next question. So you don't want to answer a question about who your NFL team is? All good, bro. I'm just trying to gauge your interest in what you want to talk about because you're in here interacting. So if you want to know what my team is, I'm a Niner fan, bro. I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Warriors fan. Because I'm out here in the Bay. I appreciate the likes and all that stuff, man. I really do. It's nice. Thank you for people jumping in, just watching, even if you're not interacting. I appreciate it, man. Let's talk about ice. Why do you want to talk about ice for? You have them on speed dial? I like ice in my drinks, I can tell you that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind the interaction and stuff. It's nice. I like talking to the people in the chat, even if you're asking like, loaded questions. They catching people like Pokemon. Hey, bro. I mean, this is the only thing I'm gonna say about ice, bro. And if you disagree, like, it is what it is, bro. But I don't like what they're doing. But I'm also not the type of person that is for, I want people to have a good life. I want people to start, over. But my whole stance is like, if you're gonna come over here, I would prefer that you do it legally than illegally. That's all that I'm gonna say on that. But saying they catching people like Pokemon is crazy, bro. Like, that's a crazy comment, dude. If you're gonna come over here, speak English. I mean, dude, honestly, if we're gonna say stuff like this in this chat, like, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, bro. Honestly. Like, I'm not dealing with the ignorance, man. You can ask me about ice. I gave you my answer on it, but I'm not gonna sit here and partake in either racism or being prejudiced, bro. I'm not doing it. So if you continue to put stuff in my chat like this, bro, I'm gonna be real. If you come in here again, you will be reported. Like, you need to stop saying all this shit in my chat, dude. It's like, I don't mind answering questions, but when you start saying comments like that, that's a bit different. But all you're doing really is just helping my engagement on my channel, to be honest. Like, so do what you gotta do, man. You want to continue to put stuff in the chat? Go ahead. I ain't really worried about it, man. Report, I don't care. It doesn't have anything to do with me yet, but it's getting to that point, right? Not at all. Yeah, not at all, right? See, you were on a roll talking about Neymar and Ronaldinho and saying that they're flops or whatever. Like those are stuff that I can interact with. But when you start saying, if you come over here, speak English, saying people should know the language, how is that racist? Because do you understand that this country was built off slavery and racism? Where you live in Texas, do you understand that it was Mexico first, right? Do I even know what that word means, racist? I'm half African American, bro. So what do you mean if I know what racist means? You're actively saying that you should be speaking English if you come to this country. How is that not racist? Yeah, I'm aware that speaking English isn't a race, but you're talking about people that aren't white, right? That aren't white and that aren't American, right? There's white Europeans. Are we going to talk shit about them next? You going to talk shit about a French guy? No, they can be white too. Right. Just proving my point, dude. You're coming in here being ignorant, bro. And like I said, all you're doing is just helping the engagement of my channel. So have at it, bro. This is your chat, right? You're the only one saying something in here. And everything you're saying is ignorance, bro. What knowledge do you lack? Do you have any education on how this country was built? Do you have any idea on how this country was built? On the back of slaves and stuff, bro. The Spaniards coming over here and killing a shit ton of Mexican workers, a shit ton of Mexicans just to take over land. Why do you think they speak Spanish? This is what I'm saying, man. It's like, I don't mind you coming in here and putting comments in, but let's actually be factually correct about what's going on. The country only had slaves for 70 years. This country is 250 years old. This country didn't have slaves for 70 years, bro. This country didn't have slaves for 70 years, man. What are you talking about? Oh my god, man. I swear, dude. It's like a lot of people on here, dude, are just losing their shit. 70 years. Yeah, okay, bro. We'll see you later, man. We'll see you later, bro. Anybody that's jumping in now, there's this guy that's been coming into my stream and just been spewing a lot of ignorance. And it's actually crazy. The guy's coming in here saying that people that don't speak English shouldn't be coming to this country when he's misinformed that this country was built on the back of slaves and on racism and genocide. But nobody wants to talk about that. Anyway, unfortunately, I have veered away from talking about Chelsea, but I'm going to get on out of here. I'm not going to continue to do the interaction with ignorance on this stream. I appreciate everyone watching. I appreciate everybody jumping in here, but I'm going to get on out of here. Peace out, man. Blue Co out. Get the fuck out of the club.